Hello, guys. I'm back, Dr. Penner Black. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you in this segment with regard to Mammon, what Mammon is, what it represents for Goshen Kingdom Financiers. So, money is not bad. The scripture says the root, the love of all money, loving the money. That's the root cause of situations going bad or things going bad. But money in and of itself, it's not bad. Money is just a vehicle, I believe back in Africa during different economic times, they used actually we wear it as jewelry now, but there were certain jewelry that served as money or as currency. Bitcoin is currency. It's just a vehicle to use for the exchange of goods and services. So, in that respect and in that context, money is not bad. But the love of money, loving it to the point where you will compromise yourself and do anything for it, that is what is not good. Compromising your Christianity, replacing God with money, because God told us to seek His kingdom and all of these things will be added. Now, a lot of people have termed that like as a prosperity scripture, but all these things can be added. Would deal with like the material things that you're concerned about, and it can also mean the spiritual things that you need as well. So, all right. So the foundational scriptures are Luke the 16th chapter and the 11th verse, Luke the 16th chapter and the 13th verse, Matthew the 6th chapter and the 24th verse, and Luke the 16th chapter and the 9th verse. Now, Matthew the 6th chapter and 24th verse, that says you can't have two gods. You're gonna serve one and hate the other one, or hate the other one and serve the opposite one. Um, so mammon means you're not serving God, you're replacing God with worldly possessions, you have anxiety over possessions, you're covetous of your things or of losing them or of someone else wanting them, or you're covetous over other people's things. It is considered a false god because you're replacing God with something else. It can lead you away if it becomes a main pursuit. First Timothy, the 6th chapter, the 6th verse through the 10th verse. Greed, mammon represents greed that will enslave you. Deceitfulness of riches can choke out spiritual growth. Mark the 4th chapter and the 19th verse. Mammon is the pursuit of earthly riches in direct opposition to God's agenda for your life. Mammon replaces God in people's hearts and they become consumed with worldly possessions and values. Worshippers of money become slaves to the God of money. Matthew 6 and 24. You cannot serve God and mammon. You have to serve one or the other. So that's why it's important to put prosperity and money and mammon all into perspective. There's nothing wrong with financial prosperity, because if there's something wrong with financial prosperity, then there's something wrong with mental prosperity, physical prosperity in your body, social prosperity in your relationships with other people, intellectual prosperity, prosperity in your marriage, prosperity with your children. So there's nothing wrong with prosperity, but it is if you're idolizing it. And if you're idolizing it, it means you are replacing it with God. So you can idolize your health, your body, how much you're losing, how much you're gaining, how well are you working out? Do you look as attractive as you did before? If you're worshiping that, if that's like your main motivation and drive for everything that you do, then that is an idol. So anything can become an idol, but definitely money has been, the idolatry or the idol of many people's lives. Babylon, money is an idol to them because they are willing to, think about it. If you're going into like marketing and sales, they always feel like they have to have some type of gimmick. They're always trying to, like bump up the price, price bumpers, or there are only 3 left, or if you don't get it today, it'll be the last one. Or when they, you go out on the internet and you want to buy a particular technology tool and it says free, it's free, but you still have the watermark on it when you produce the product. It's free, they say, but you can't use it with all of the other tools. They just want to tease you with it Let you see how much you can't live without it so you can buy it. So the strategies of marketing and sales, it's all based on deceitfulness. They feel like they can't come out and just ask you to buy it. There has to be some type of psychological method or methodology to get you to purchase whatever it is they're selling. And if you don't think you need it, then they bumped it up another level to how can we sell this product and lead people to believe that they actually need this product? How can we sell them something? How can we sell something to them and they don't even need it as much as they do need it? So I'm not against selling because, if you have a business, you're selling products or you're selling services. I sell digital products, but you want the digital products to be of quality. And I'm not going to say I am going to say this is the best product because I've put my hard effort and work into it. And I've given you as much as I possibly can. I've given you what I would want for a comparable price. But I'm not going to say you can't get this information anywhere else. You can get it somewhere else if you knowledge mine on your own. You can go to 20, 40 different websites to put all the information together. But an aggregator of information, as I consider myself to be, I go out there and I mine for the knowledge and I collect it and organize it and put it in a format and sell it as a product. And I'm like, this is if you're going to buy it anyway, and if you needed the information anyway, then that's my mindset in terms of being able to like sell to other people. Because selling sometimes feels like if I scratch your back, you'll scratch mine kind of deal. And I've worked in politics, and I've never liked that philosophy. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, because it's transactional. You're not doing it for the good of the person. You don't really care. You're just trying to get something from them and they're trying to get something from you, and that's it. And God calls us into a community, a supportive community. And if I'm creating something that I think people will buy or need, then in my mind psychologically I'm thinking I'm producing something that they might like or that they want, or God has given me this gift and I want to share it, but I also need to make a living because we're paying bills and going on vacations and raising our children and paying for college tuition and all of these grand things. So yes, but it's really interesting because the buyers, they are very sophisticated. So we've heard it all, been there and done that. You got to get it. It's the last three. And I've had experiences with buying, making decisions on a whim, and then you purchase it and you're like, I really don't like it. But that's why I'll wait like 3 days or 24 hours before I purchase something. And I'm just like, well, and they're like, oh, this is the last one. I'm like, well, if it's a great product, you're going to make it again so you can sell more. So if it is the last product, it'll be okay because the manufacturer will make more because they want to sell more. So anyway, that is the teaching on Mammon, and have a good one, guys. And I will return shortly with plenty more messages, plenty more teachings from God in terms of being Goshen Kingdom Chosen Financiers. When we get the wealth into our hands, God gives it to us and we know that it belongs to Him. And because if you can give your last of something, and this is the other thing, some people will come along and they will see you as a finished product. They won't see how you went through the process of life. They won't see how you went through the wilderness and all the things that you had to learn and all the things that God wanted to teach you. They will just see you as a final product. But what I know is that, let me see, around the age of, let's say I got saved at 14. So around the age of 16, from that point on, God had always been ministering to me about, give to this person and give to that person. And then He taught me to give my last, last piece of gum, last $10 bill, last $20 bill. I remember when I was in college in my classes, they would be like, I don't have any money. Well, what I didn't realize is that $20 to them is no money, or $100 to them is no money. But when I said I didn't have any money, I was telling the truth. I was like at zero because I'm like, that's not really authentic. That's not like truthful. But what it means is that people are holding back. They're always going to hold back something for themselves. But Jesus didn't create kingdom financiers to hold back anything for ourselves, because the concept and the thought process is that if Jesus asked us to give our last, he has more where that came from. And that's what we have to understand, that the God that we serve on thousands of hills, like he's infinite. If he's infinite in knowledge and wisdom and understanding and enlightenment and power and authority, then he's infinite in giving you the access and giving you the talent and the skill to obtain the currency that you need to exchange a product or a service or to assist other people. So, alrighty then, let's not give in to mammon. Let's give mammon to God. Let's not give in to mammon. Let's give mammon to God and ask him to deliver us if you see in this teaching that you may have made mammon your God. So thank you and have a great day. Dr. Pinero Black, coming back at you again the next time.